Now, when you project it that way, at least you have some kind of overviews. So we saw how the May ended. So the day we saw the May ended, we saw how the June created that bullish move, which happened to give us a reasonable resistance or a line of concentration. Okay. And then those who came through the class, I say something controversial, that the fact that you see the candlestick being green doesn't mean it's a bullish candle. Yes. The fact that you see the candlestick being green doesn't mean it's a bullish candle. It can be a daily time frame. Why? Because when you go into candlestick, you need to sometimes put together candlesticks. For instance, my favorite candlestick is pin bar. And that pin bar, a lot of people get so many names from it. We have people who mention the hammer, inverted hammer, and all those names. But I have a reason based on my observation strategy why I always do that. All right. So where is BTC going? Half of the month. Are we still experiencing or going to experience the bearish momentum? The impulsive move? Based on monthly time frame, I'll say yes. Based on monthly time frame, I'll say yes. And what we have to do is we have to go into the weekly time frame to break it down and see what the weekly time frame is interpreting. All right. Then, for instance, if I want to buy BTC now, I'm not going to buy it because I want to scalp. I'll buy it because maybe I want to hold it for point. And is my zone still valid proportionally? Yes. To me, my zone is still somehow valid because before we expect a bounce, we need to get a reasonable support being created. And by the time that reasonable support to be created, there have to be some ranging consolidation to accumulate, market makers have to accumulate some fund and all those stuff. But critically, we have to take into consideration this week and then this body here from the beginning of this whole structure. We have to consider it. Now, the last time I said that technical analysis for trading, it's always based on what your eye is telling you. That's the best indicator ever. Okay, so if we are considering these two candles here, it means that the probability that we seeing BTC at somewhere 15K, it's normal, right? And I see, I still see the market being a major correction, like I said before. Markets cannot just be moving without a purpose. Now, those of you who know about formation of structures, we saw this on the monthly time frame. These two green candles as corrections. Now, what happens after correction? Markets have to continue until it gives you a reasonable reversal conditions or reversal patterns. Okay, so that's what BTC is doing. I'm not ready to buy BTC yet. So don't buy the dip just because people are saying it. Buy the dip because you have a reason. You have technical reason. You identify a level. You are considering key levels. Okay, then you should be able to look at it from that point. So you have to take into consideration all the structure from wherever BTC is coming from. Well, this is the valid support. This is 3K. That's the valid support. All right. So don't also be surprised if you wake up and you see it at 3K. It also have a layer support at 7K. All right. So when you want to put your key levels, try to identify those points so that you don't just follow the crowd without any reason, okay? Then, like I said, if you find it difficult to analyze BTC, there is a layer of correlation between the market cap together with the BTC, right? So, like we've seen it, you can still see the same structure going on, okay? So the probability of we getting to this level, who knows? It's a projection, and I'm not your financial advisor, okay? But then you can just read meaning into it, so it helps you make your decision right, okay? Now, we also look at my good friend Gold. From last week, Gold has really treated me very well. Yes, it has really treated me very well. That I never had any stop loss so far. And I think I have to clap for myself, though. XAU. All right, so I've done some crazy stuff for the past. So on the monthly time frame, gold is still bearish, respecting the double top it created at 2000 thereabout. Okay, 2020 thereabout. It's still respecting it. So when you look at gold, most buyers have been more or less like taking advantage of the corrections on the smaller time frame. Okay, most buys more or less like corrections. Now, you must also be able to project the possible next structure formation of the asset. Whatever asset you are trading, observe what structure or patterns it's probably about to create. So our point of concentration will currently be on the 1789. That'll be our current concentration. If it gets there and you respected it, we are going to apply the law of support and resistance. But based on how it is approaching, will determine if you are going to apply the law of demand and supply. Then are we expecting a bounce or we are expecting a break? Well, is it going to fly down, respecting this double top, and then drawing a real shape figure, giving us a base of 1458.9 thereabouts? So those are projections that we are looking at gold from, because it has actually created a very high, which is respecting the previous high within this period. So that's for gold. All right, so let's just look at it, technical analysis. Now, as a trader, so as a trader, when you want to trade, it's more or less like trading is no more becoming difficult. But it's still difficult one way or the other, because the reason why it's not difficult is signals are flying all over. But why are people still not making money? Okay, signals are flying all over, but why are people not making money? Okay, so that's the question. Apart from risk management, whether you are going for a signal service or not, you still need to understand the principle of backtesting the signal. Okay, backtesting the signal. Right. So, for instance, when I take any assets, even what my teacher taught me before I upgraded or add knowledge, is I have to look at how price has formed before current and will form. Okay. Then I have to spot it on a bigger time frame. So on the 1 month time frame is compulsory, even if I wouldn't look at it or take a decision from it. I just want to get a picture. Okay, I just want to get a picture. So when I get a picture, then I now know where it is going. But where it is coming from is always very, very important. Now, so this is USD JPY, and we have a little red candle there, which is a correction. So the whole of May, it doesn't really make much move. Okay, it just pull back a little, and then the bullish momentum is still high. Okay, so you see that April and March is going impulsive move, like it's just pushing up. But the question is, where is it going? Right. So on the monthly time frame, first concentration will be somewhere 135.006, or you can make it 135. Whole numbers are also potential support and resistance. Okay, so you can take it at 135 is the first target. Then the second target is in the range of 148. So when you look at this asset, the potential direction is those two places. And what is the probability that it will create a resistance at 136.00 for you to be expecting a sell? Okay, now look at how it moves here. Okay, so our point of concentration will be how it moves here. That's our first point of concentration. Then we really need this data, but not too much. But I will look into it. Then I'll also mark this level. Now, when you look at how it moves and the impulse move, also related to how it observed this level. Okay, you realize that this one has more or less like ascending consolidation. Okay, so risk takers would have actually take advantage or high advantage, and those who understand the law of demand and supply, they will take this advantage at this level here. At those who are stuck to support and resistance one way or the other, you'll be thinking, hey, what is happening? Okay, because at this particular point, a zone is what is used. Okay, so now let's assume we are using this level now as a zone. A zone means price has gotten there or in that region. Maybe price got to 136, got to 135, 135.5, 13, like in that range. So we classify all those places as a zone, right? Now, as we classify all those places as a zone, what factors validate a zone? There are some people, they only consider the body of the candle, but sometimes I consider the wick as well. Why? Because there are points in time that the law of candlestick comparison or merging candlesticks and then candlestick patterns play a role in the market. So if you're actually looking at candlestick on the monthly time frame, what are we looking at? Okay, so let me spot that permanent, and then we now jump down to the weekly time frame. Okay, the weekly time frame now give you, after you are able to spot your monthly time frame, what next? Okay, so we want to see if this trade will break this particular zone towards this level. right? Now, when it happens to break it, what happened? We expect a retest, then it gets to this level. Now, at the end of the day, there are some brokers that gives you very long historical data. But this is actually giving you data up from somewhere 1994. Okay, I was only 3 years then. It gives you data from 1994, even beyond. Yeah, 1993, May 3rd, 1993. So these assets, USD JPY, went as far as the highest it has gone is 147.756. That's the highest. And it got there 1998 July. Okay. Then the lowest it come is 76.00. And that was somewhere 2012. Now, it then maintained a level. It then maintained a level here. Now, those who deals in patterns, they will be seeing names here. So if you are dealing with a monthly time frame, this is your first area of concentration, and second area of concentration, then the third area of concentration. Now, when you spot those layouts, this is just giving you an overview of what you expect. Okay, I'm just spotting. Then the next stage of concentration, to my observation, is this level here. That's my next level of concentration on the monthly time frame. Okay. Why? Definitely, if price got rejected here, one way or the other, this is where it could come. Okay, now we break it to the weekly time frame, then daily time frame. Now the weekly time frame, you see that it's becoming meaningful. Now the correction we saw on the monthly time frame respected when market broke this layout or this zone. Okay, so it's a valid setup and a point of concentration and a key level. All right, so we have levels and key levels. So I see that zone as a key level. Why is it that price broke that zone and tested it, respected it? As simple as that. So it was a resistance converted to a support. Okay. So on the weekly time frame, you realize that price is already breaking up, it has already penetrated the next concentrated zone. So on the weekly time frame and the monthly time frame means that you are still going to expect a bullish move or a buy move, right? A lot of people use RSI, relative strength index, and all those one MACD on 1 minute time frame, 5 minute time frame, and then they feel that, oh, it is oversold. Why is it still selling? It's overbought. Why is it still buying? I'm sorry. You have to understand multiple time frame analysis to know which particular time frame is actually controlling the market at a particular time. Now, BTC, the monthly and the weekly time frame is controlling the market for the past 3 months now. So decision making have to be based on a little bit of the monthly time frame, especially the type of trader you are, right? The type and kind of trader with the equity you have. If you have something like $100, you might not be, you need not even be looking at placing a trade, making decision on weekly, daily, weekly, and monthly time frame. But you can use it to get your projections. So daily time frame, right? So these are the levels of technical analysis, right? This is just one way. We are using demand and supply system, zone, and then support and resistance. Okay, then we are going to add other mechanisms, trend lines, and other ones to it. So those who are swing traders or position traders, would have been swing traders will be holding the trade, expecting it to push up. Then they'll be trailing their stops based on the level that has created. Now, when you look at the daily time frame, it is giving us a level within our level. Okay, so you go to 4 hour now, right? So I'll go to 4 hour time frame. Then you now see that on the 4 hour time frame, you may even not, if you don't zoom out the chart, you may even not really know if it is buying or selling before you realize it's moving away. Before you realize it is moving away. But the impulsive starts from this level and then this level. So you see all that we've seen on the daily, the monthly time frame as a correction is true, and then it's clear. So then what we see on the daily time frame with people who will zoom their charts like this is one problem. So if you zoom out your chart like this, you even forget that there is something called historical data. Okay, so some of them will just quickly start making some kind of decision here. All right, so that is how you scan through the time frames, then finally decide which time frame you want to trade on or make your decision from. Now, some people, they also love to see the candles very big. Yes, I don't like to see it very big because I love patterns. Okay, I love patterns. So when I zoom in, it enables me to see the patterns that are forming. All right, so you do it that way. Now, when you just go to a small time frame, then you just do this. You realize that what you even see on the bigger time frame is creating a different whole ball game. Okay, it's creating a different ball game. So, excuse me, when you are making your decision, put your structures very well so that you'll be able to get where market is taking you to your point of concentration. Now let's deal with just this chart. So let's assume one way or the other, we didn't spot all those zones, and then we want to make analysis here. All right. So one, we have some macroeconomics taking effect here. That's more or less like fundamental analysis. But let's look for points of concentration. Okay. Maybe you just come to the chart and you want to trade. And you just want to trade USD, JPY. You just want to trade. So you want to know if it's going to buy or sell. Okay. Now, looking with my eyes, I will apply 3 principles to be able to get a confluence. But I have to go back to 4-hour time frame or 1-hour time frame. Then I come back to the 15-minute time frame. But at least that is the best, so that you will not be able to see too much noise and be able to know the direction. So when I go there, I'm going to look for support and resistance. I'm going to look for demand and supply and zones, then candlestick formation and patterns. Oh, that's 5 or 4. Now, when you're able to spot those things, we will say that you have a confluence. Okay. A confluence is confirming to you that your analysis is correct, or your trade setup has a high probability and is profitable, or the other way around. So my first point of concentration is this level here. So first point of concentration is this level. Up to here and here. That's my first point. The blues. That's my first point of concentration. But I have to add a layer again to give you a complete zone. So this whole area became a zone. The middle line will be acting as what we call a control line, because price came as far as here to these levels. We are just looking at this whole level. So this whole level can be a zone. And depending on how market respect this zone, we'll push it down. Sorry, we'll now push it to this level, or this level, or this level. Now let's plot the support zones or support levels. Now we are going to take 1, 2, and 3. So this will be our first level of concentration. And then we have our second level of concentration. Then we'll be seeing this whole place. This is another level of concentration somewhere here. So we'll now be looking at it from that point. Now, before your setup is valid, you need to look at fundamentals. You must also understand sentiment, which news, price adjustment, what information on the economic calendar is affecting the market. So if you're able to understand that, for instance, this candle like this is a fundamental analysis. So news came here and then reverses before market takes it. So if you're not really careful, you'll be like, so what do I do with this particular candle? That's how you put a lot of candles together to make a decision. This particular candle here is a fundamental or sentiment. Okay, this particular one too. So when you are doing analysis, you don't just use all the candles into consideration. Then advanced layers or advanced people will tell you to integrate other block strategy or whatever have you. Okay, so now we were able to spot that. What else do you think you can use? Now all these now come to your eye. So somebody can also say, okay, I can see a trend line here. So someone can also see a trend line here. So if the trend line is respecting oneness, it means that at this level on this blue line, price should come back to this level and then finally come to this level. But market will not just jump from where you project it from straight to where you are. That's why. So if I am selling here, technically, those of you who ask how to set support, stop loss and take profit, watch carefully. So if I spot this as my setup, if this is my setup, frankly speaking, I'll put my stop loss somewhere a little bit outside this whole region. So let me annotate it. So I'll put my stop loss here, somewhere a little bit above. Sorry, this is too high. I'll put it somewhere here. So if my entry is here or here, my stop loss will be there. Why will it be there? It will be there because market can even move as high as this level before continuing through my direction. Okay, so if you want to set your stop loss so that it will not be hand or market will not hit your stop loss and now go into your direction or towards your direction, you need to give some free space. Okay, then my first take profit will be here. Second take profit will be here. Third take profit. If you're understanding something, if you're really getting it at a point, put it in the chat box. Okay, let me know that you are getting it at a point. All right. So if my entry is here, this level here, any of this range, either here or here, if my entry is there, I'm going to put my stop loss on the second red line. So that even if I enter the trade here and market pull back to somewhere here before going towards my direction, it will not close me. And if it breaks this zone successfully and hit the stop loss, then I understand that it's going out of my analysis. Then the first green is my take profit, first take profit, second take profit, and third take profit. So if I am swinging, then I enter the sell here. If price gets to this level, I'll move my stop loss from where it was to a little bit below the entry price. Then when it's getting towards the take profit 2, I will move the stop loss from the entry point to a little bit above this support level, previous support level. And it will be based on how it respected or converted the support level to a resistance. Then I will leave it towards the TP3. I want to hear from some of you if you are getting it. Okay? Because these questions always come. These questions always come. Now let's look at it from this point. So let's say short position. This is my entry. So this is my stop loss. Then first take profit, second take profit, third take profit. So you can see that based on the setup, the stop loss is what? 0.37 against 0.78, which can now let you know your risk to reward ratio, 2.08, which means that if you are risking, what you are risking to lose is smaller than what you want to earn at the end of the day. So that is how the whole trading or technical analysis goes on. Now, somebody will ask, why did you enter the sell? Okay. Now, whenever we take a trade and it didn't go well, what strategy have I considered? That's number one. Number two, what gives me the confirmation? All those things will now help you to note it down. Okay. I did analysis on so and so day, and I used trend line. Market validated the trend line a second time, confirming a downtrend with candlestick formation. I also analyzed that price has respected a zone, validating that zone as a resistance. And with maybe bearish engulfing candle or harami or pin bar, evening star, I presume or analyze that it will sell. Hence, why didn't it sell and it hit your stop loss? Then you now put it, okay, there is a rejection, or there is this, or there is a macroeconomy at that particular point, or there's I didn't see the news coming, or I didn't check the calendar and a news came, the market finally took direction. Then observation and remark, what do you do tomorrow so that that setup or that mistake or that error will not repeat itself? Then you write your remark. Okay, then next time when I do my analysis, I'll go to the calendar and check fundamental, and then be observant based on the news or sentiment in the market or speculations in the market. Which means that the next time you're going to take the same trade, you have a reason why it didn't work, and now what to do for it to work. All right? To me, it's very simple because I keep practicing. Now, what you can also do is this setup. If you have a demo account, you can try it by entering a cell, okay, and then putting your stop loss at 134.804. Then take any of the TPs. You can take 13400, you can take 13800, you can take 133.400, any of them, okay, on your demo. Then, and see what will happen. Don't take it on your life yet. Take it on your demo and see what will happen. Then when it works, you can screenshot this chart. Then use it another setup and see if it will work. Then from there, you observe why it worked. So if you're able to understand why it worked, why it didn't work, why it worked, why it didn't work, you are now becoming a trader. You are building yourself slowly to be on your own. And it means that when a signal is given to you, you can easily and quickly backtest that signal. Okay, so that's it for today. Very simple and interesting. Okay, now those of you in ICS, okay, let me just show you guys something quickly, and then we will call it a night. Today I'm kind of tired small. So we are going to the back office of ICS. Those of you there, sorry, those of you not there, I will give you a website that you can also have your information. Okay, so if you have an account registered, okay, we have the education package. Please utilize it. So you click on education package. We have trading ebooks. We have two types of ebooks here. We have the fundamental ebook, that's the beginner's guide to trading, and then the advanced. Okay, the advanced talks about trend. Trend is where market is going. It's a sideway, exhaustion, breakout, all those stuff. Okay, so you have all those information you can go through. Now, when you go through, you are able to what? Understand some basics. As you understand the basics, when you come here, we are adding up, you get the concept. Now, we have people who trade crypto. I trade all. The analysis of how to analyze them is not different. Okay, so we have the crypto book for you at the back office as well. Utilize it. Read. For instance, why is Ripple created? Ripple is a payment protocol for anything of value. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Then we have video courses. People will call me and said, how can I close my trade? Now, these videos are short videos, but they give you some clue of information. What is fundamental analysis? Economic calendar, technical analysis, support and resistance, trend, chart time frame, indicators, patterns. We have cup and handle, ascending and descending triangles, rising and falling wedges, triple top and triple bottom, head and shoulder, inverse head and shoulder, many more. Okay, at least they give you clue. Then when we are now breaking it down on the chart, it will not look new for you. Okay. Then MetaTrader 4. This is the terminal. Terminal window. Opening an order. How to open an order. Okay. Creating pending orders, closing an order, setting up stop loss and take profit. That's after, for instance, the stop loss value we have. How do you set it up? Okay, so setting up stop loss and take profit. How to use trailing stop loss. We have the manual and the automatic. Okay, so the automatic, you can set it, especially when you're not going to do the machine, right? And those tutorials are already here for you, ICS members. Then one-time clicking. Those of us who scalp or you just want to enter without, maybe you just see and you want to enter market execution fast. We call it one-click trading. Okay, how do you set it up? Adding indicators to your chart. That's MetaTrader 4, PC version. MetaTrader 5, PC version. The terminal. What is new in MetaTrader 5? Okay, we have 4. But what changes it or what makes the 5 different? The video is here. Application overview, right? The basic information, you can know about the application overview, right? Detail of it is also on my YouTube channel. You can also go there and watch it. Creating a demo account, opening an order. Opening an order is means you want to enter a buy or a sell. Okay. Then we have creating a pending order. The video is there. You see the buy stop, sell stop, buy limit, sell limit, whichever way you want. How to close the trade. Setting your stop loss, using trailing stop loss, one-click trading, adding indicators to the chart, using graphical markup tools like rectangles, how to draw support line, resistance line, trend lines, how to you spot an error or you made a mistake, you want to put an information there so that when you open the chart tomorrow, you can see it. All those things are there. How to customize your workspace. Do you want a white background, black background? I know a lady who trade everything for her is pink. All right. You see, are you that type? Any favorite color, one color, whatever it is, then algo trading or algorithmic trading, or people say robotic trading, okay, or auto trading, or AI trading, or EA trading. You have that information here. Maybe you bought a boat, you want to integrate it and stuff like that. Please, if you buy a boat, try the boat on your demo account first, okay? Then MetaTrader 5 iPhone. Those of you using eyes, the eyes, you have your video here. What is so better than all this information available? Okay, MetaTrader 5, the Android. All these videos are here for you. Okay, introduction to trading. What is forex? What is CFDs? What is commodity? What is index? What is a share? Terminologies. What is a peak? What is a point? What is a tick? What is balance? What is equity? When they say equity, what does it mean? Bull market, bear market, lot sizes, bid and ask price, short and long position, that's buy and sell positions, or sell and buy positions. Short is sell, and then long and buy. Stop loss and take profit, pending orders, leverage and margin, chart types. We have 3 major chart types. Okay, then the worst mistake traders make: trading emotionally, averaging down, trading without risk control, not following a plan. I think there's a time I'm going to teach how to develop trading plan, right? Unfortunately, many people are not coming sequential. They come today, tomorrow they will come and stuff like that. What is ECN, Electronic Communication Network? How are ECN brokers different? Advantage of ECN, and so much information. Japanese candlestick patterns, history, the benefit, the candlestick structure, the doji, the long-legged doji, and the wave, the high wave, gravestone doji, the dragonfly doji, shooting star event. You see, contents are here for you guys. Trading strategies, the pop and stop and drop and stop, the blade runner, the bully band and bounce, daily Fibonacci Fibot, the London hammer. The London hammer, we use it in trading by session. That one is mostly for my VIP people. All right, trading by session. Something is there you'll see at 9 a.m. That will tell you what will happen up to 12:01 and how it affects the next market. Right? So the London hammer is here. And the Forex fractal. Okay, we have indicator also called fractal and how you can use it. What does it mean? Okay. A lot of information. Fibonacci trading. What is Fibonacci? I think I started a course on Fibonacci numbers and how they work. We are going to continue. How reliable they are. Truthfully, on the monthly time frame for BTC, Fibonacci was accurate because the ABC pattern play a role. Okay. How to trade Fibonacci retracement, 50.0, 61.8, and stuff like that. They work. How to trade Fibonacci extension. The retracement is different from extension. Those of you who go pay money for harmonic patterns and all those stuff, they put the whole package of Fibonacci together to give you that. I don't know if I still continue. Elliott wave theory. Advanced layer of ABC pattern in relation with Fibonacci. This is connecting us to Elliott wave theory, the impulse waves, the corrective waves, the fractal nature of Elliott waves, how to trade Elliott waves, rule and tips of using Elliott waves. Cryptocurrency, stable coin. What is cryptocurrency? Blockchain, mining, staking, coins and tokens. Fox, you hear that a coin is going to split each chain or make a major upgrade and stuff. What actually does it mean? What effect does it have on the chain? Then, what is Bitcoin? Ethereum, Ripple, Tether, Dogecoin, alternative cryptocurrency. You'll be hearing altcoin, altcoin, altcoin. It means alternative cryptocurrencies. Then, how to trade crypto? Investing in crypto, ICO, NFTs, risk of investing in crypto, whatever. Storing cryptocurrency, cool wallet, all wallet, and all those stuffs. They are there for you. So please, if you are here and you are not utilizing, if you sign up for ICS, sorry, if you are not utilizing this thing, please, you are cheating yourself. You are not cheating me. Okay? The same back of it, we have the crypto calendar. Okay, we have the crypto calendar. So the crypto calendar in June. Those of you who came the previous time, we have the Vasil, that's Cardano, a major hard fork on the chain, right? So that happened already. 10th June has happened already. 16th June, it will happen. Litecoin is listing on an exchange. So they are going to be listed on AXX. Now you see the stars. We have 3-star, 2-star, and 1-star. The 3-star hits means that that particular news will have effect, a major effect on the currency. Now, it could be positive or negative. If it is positive, there is a major buy. If it is negative, the major sell. If it is 2-star, it's a medium impact. That means it will not have too much impact per analysis or per projection. Then the 1-star is low impact, all right? But at that particular time, something will happen. Okay. July, Monero is actually going to do network upgrade as well. So the recent, we have next month, you can also customize the type you want in every other stuff. Then we have currency calendar. There is no impromptu event that happened in trading, apart from maybe speculation or breaking news or whatever it is. Anything that happened in the industry of trading has its calendar. Okay, so today, 13th, all day, we have the Great British Pounds. So gross domestic production, blah, 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 but all of them are 1 star. That means they won't have much impact. Okay, then we have a US dollar FMOC member speech. It was not read. Now, how do you interpret all this? When the data is released, you see actual value, the forecast value, and the previous data. The previous data is what is read maybe last month or last week. Then the forecast is what the financial analyst or the economists, they projected, right? So what they projected is the forecast. What it released, the data that released is the actual. So when the actual is greater than the forecast, it is positive for the currency. When the actual is less than the forecast, is negative for the currency. So if it is negative, you expect a sell. When it is positive, you expect a buy. That is the indicator for it. Simple as ABC. When it is 3-star, it is high impact. If it is 2-star, it's medium impact. And then if it is 1-star, it's a low impact. So tomorrow, CNY, China, they have a retail sales, a medium. So if you are someone who trade China yuan, you'll be expecting that. Then we have a NBS press conference unemployment rate. We have a Euro, Germany wholesale price index, GBP. Then we have a major news all day for US dollar producer price index. So tomorrow, 14th, US dollar will be doing some magic based on the data that will be released. Sometimes the data will not be released, but the news have effect. So once the news have effect, if you are not the type who understand how to handle fundamental analysis, you can stay out of the market. Or if your stop loss is reasonable for you, maintain your trade. Because who knows, it might go in your favor, but it can also go against you, right? So that's all these informations at the back office, okay? Now, those of you who are not ICS, I'll show you where you can also get on. They have the market news on the daily basis. Maybe president of US is going to make a statement, definitely going to affect US dollar. So as a trader, you need to understand, or you need to know how to get those information, right? So if you are ICS member, you can still get those information on the website. Okay, you can still get it on the website. Then we have the market research. This is the most important information to a trader. Canadian dollar keeps sliding 2 hours ago. So on Monday, the Canadian dollar was still losing ground despite Friday's solid Canadian employment data. So this particular data is an analysis derived to help you make decision if you trade Canadian dollar, whatever it's pairing with. Australian dollar lower on sliding rate sentiment. On Monday, the Australian dollar stated the week losing sharply, and odd USD traded about 0.699933, which is 1.5%. So you can read this news and it gives you clue to what the Australian dollar is going to be doing in the market. Japanese central bank, government expressed concern over sharp JPY drops. Yes, so when we go to the trading, you realize that Japanese yen is weak, US dollar is just buying. So this particular news really 3 hours. What effect can it have on the market? So you can read this information, then generate analysis from this information. And these are what we call the market research. Okay, we have it for crypto as well. Okay, then we have the videos. So currently, if you trade New Zealand JPY, we have a breakdown for you. You can go and watch it. Decline following poor UK data. That's Japan, Great British Pound trading against Japanese yen. Okay, that's GJ. Now Aussie is also start lower for the week. So you can now go and look at all these videos and get your projections. So we have BTC USD testing support level again. You can go and watch it and see what market is telling you about BTC. Litecoin Euro is also trading at downtrend lows. Now, anytime you are seeing lows, it means that market will keep selling, selling, selling. You can go and watch this video and get a clue for it. Repo USD is consolidating in very tight range. Okay, that means it's very close, and the prices, the spread between the prices are not too much. All right, so guys, we have something at hand. All right, then we have the signal there. Now, when you have all this information, it helps you to back test the signal. It helps you to back test the signal. They give signal from all aspects. All right, now, my fellow friends, forexfactory.com is one website you can get your news from. You can also go to babypips.com. Okay, they also have a market analysis as well. Market analysis. They have a community forums discussions. You can also go to tradingview.com. You'll be able to see some of this. And once I have more free time, I'm trying to have more free time. I'll also be doing all these market research on daily basis on my favorite pairs as well. So that is how you can also look about it. And then if you want signals, free signals, you can join my Telegram page and get free signal. From last week on, we've been doing so well on gold. Even though it's always not like that. It's not like that always, but then when we make the money, we are happy. When we make the loss, we go back to our drawing board and see what we didn't do well. And that's part of trading. Trading is a beautiful game. And I believe I'll see some of you emerging to become big traders. Okay. So BTC, the dip is still going deep, but please don't just follow the crowd, all in the name of buy the dip, buy the dip. If you keep buying the dip without analysis, without key levels, without support and resistance, without confluence, you may be losing money. Thank you so much for your time. If there's any question, let's drop the questions and then we call it.